Hi, my name is Megan, and I'm going to talk about social judgment theory today. Social judgment theory is exactly what it sounds like, a theory about judging social situations. There are two parts to social judgment theory, judging and then shifting. When in the judging stage, you determine how closely a message is to what you believe, and in the shifting stage, you determine how you'll respond to that message. On this line here, the anchor represents your current belief. There are many other points on the line to represent the endless spectrum of beliefs. The green area represents your latitude of acceptance, or messages you believe to have some truth. The red area represents your latitude of rejection, or messages you absolutely know not to be true or don't agree with in some way. The yellow outlines represent your latitudes of non-commitment. These are things that you don't understand or you don't know enough about to have an opinion on them. The more of these that you have, the less ego involved you are with the topic, because if you really care about a topic, you'll know enough to create opinions on it. So let's say the message is in your latitude of rejection. That means your anchor will shift away because the persuader isn't appealing to your beliefs at all. If the message is in your latitude of acceptance, you'll shift towards it because the persuader is appealing to what you believe could be true. If the message is in your latitude of non-commitment, there will most likely be no shift because you don't really care about the message or don't know enough about it. The most persuasive message is on the edge of your latitude of acceptance because it creates the largest shift in your anchor. As an example of how to persuade your audience, we'll use a topic that many people have an opinion on, Greek life. Here are some examples of Greek life in pop culture, and this is our spectrum of beliefs about Greek life. You can either like Greek life or dislike Greek life. We'll say the audience doesn't necessarily like Greek life, and this is their spectrum of beliefs. The message we're trying to persuade is in their latitude of rejection. We don't want to immediately try and persuade with that message because we know that they won't accept it, so we'll take baby steps. The first step is to use a message on the edge of the audience's latitude of acceptance. This will allow them to shift towards that message and expand their latitude of acceptance. We will then use another message at the edge of their new latitude of acceptance. This will allow them to shift again and then expand their latitude of acceptance even further. Notice now that the original message is within their latitude of acceptance. We can now use that message to persuade them to end up where we wanted. Persuasion can be a bit of a process, but it is important to take your audience into consideration because otherwise you might end up with the opposite effect. If we would have began with our original message, the audience's anchor would have shifted in the opposite direction as desired. Yay, persuasion! Thanks to social judgment theory, we can now understand how to persuade people in the most effective way possible.